Hello! This is another special video, but now for different reasons, which should be obvious. We are in a different plane. This is the A2A Aerostar 600. A2A, of course, is the same company that made the Comanche, and this is their second plane for flight simulator. It is also first one native to Flight Simulator 2024. It was released a couple of days ago in early access, but it's almost feature complete, really. There are just a few details missing, and it flies beautifully. This is my first flight with it, so I have no idea if we'll be able to land properly. We're about to find out. And we are also in a different country. We are in Kazakhstan. We are heading to Aktau at the Caspian Sea. As you can see here in Navigraph, we are supposed to be entering our arrival procedure now, but the airport in-flight sim does not have procedures. I think it's one of those cases in which the airport in the scene doesn't really match the one in real life. The runways are different, for one thing, so yeah, no procedures. We are going to land visually, which is fine because I have plenty to learn with this aircraft, and that's why there's also no ATC. I don't want to be bothered with it as I learn how to fly this thing. Let's take a look at it from outside just for a bit. It looks great. So far there's only this one livery, but I'm sure more will be added soon as it is officially releasing 1.0. This is version 0.9. It does have a more modern autopilot than the Comanche. Down here it has buttons and everything, and it does turn on its own, unlike the Comanche. So here it's going to do a short little turn to 267, which I am going to follow here, just in case. And yeah, once we hit 50 miles, we have the DME here. Again, the autopilot is old as well. It is ordinarily, just like the Comanche, you kind of had to switch between heading and nav, but they retrofitted this little thing here, this little switch that enables it to follow GPS like a more modern airplane would do. So we are using that for the moment. It is beautifully modeled here. Of course, it's a twin engine, two engines and two everything here. It flies much faster than the Comanche. As you can see, we are at 200 knots, and we are over a desert in southwestern Kazakhstan towards the Caspian Sea. Once we hit 50 miles, we start descending for the visual approach. So we'll see how that goes. The tablet is also integrated now with the EFB, so we can check everything we are going to use. This checklist, I also have a printed one, but just in case. Altimeter has changed. Let's fix that. Turn, the final one towards the airport, and hopefully straight to the runway, so we don't have much trouble. So let's see if we can start descending now. I'm going to switch to attitude mode, and we are going to pitch down. Oops, I am pitching up because I needed to pitch down. See, and we are descending. Gaining speed. I want to. It does control the trim, so that's a big difference on the Comanche. I don't have to worry about that. Just pitch down about 1,000 feet per minute. Speed is picking up as expected, but it can handle it. And I mean, it's fantastic the work A2A has done with this. It does have failures and emergencies and wear as the Comanche, but I've turned it off with learning the plane, and it's not 1.0 yet. So things might change or be broken, etc. So I don't want to deal with that right now. So I don't have to worry. You can fit a whole bunch of GPS units in here, but I'm using my trusty 530. Which I already know how to use. 5,000 feet. Apologies, allergies are a bit strong today. Aktau is a recent city. This place is a desert, so there didn't used to be much here in terms of human habitation until the Soviets. They built Aktau on the shores of the Caspian as a port city to ship oil and gas mostly. But there was also a uranium mine nearby, I believe. So Aktau these days in Kazakhstan is still a port city, but also kind of a tourist destination as well, because you know it has beaches. Kazakhstan is landlocked, so the shores of the Caspian are the closest. I mean, our beaches are you know the sea, the access to the sea that they have. But there is, other than that, I couldn't find much information about the city at all. Aerostar also has ceiling, roof, whatever, top windows. Too nice. And yeah, you can see I'm excited with new toy to play with. You like that, right? Okay, 3,500. I'm trying to enrich the mixture a little bit. I don't have a quadrant. Times like this, I wish I had one, because now there are 6 levers to play with. Anyway, still descending. And once you hit 3,000 feet, I'll press the altitude hold button. Changes here, and to compensate and bring us back, pull us back, we are going quite fast now. So yeah, 36 miles to go, but it should not take long. So again, pretty speedy. Flaps down. Approach, we need to get flaps below 175. So we'll see how speed changes. It's already descending a bit. I'm going to change the throttle a little bit too. Yeah, manifold pressure is really high now. back to about 21. Match the RPMs, and that should slow us right now. Cloudy day here, not much to see. Most of the flight was over desert. I didn't have time to study the geography of Kazakhstan yet, so I can't tell as much, but it is a mostly desertic country as well, and arid. But of course there are steppes to the north. We're going to see all of that. It's a very large country, the ninth largest country in the world. And yeah, again, there's supposed to be an approach, but we're just heading straight. The city is going to be to our left, but the airport is here somewhere. I don't know if we're going to be able to see the city. But here we are anyway. 180 knots. It's still slowing down, it seems. Should be good. After this we'll have, we'll start the approach procedure. About 12 more miles to fly. It doesn't have visible passengers yet, that's one of the things missing. And some of the bindings are a bit weird. And here, let me show you around. So, alternators. There is the ice for the prop, heat, lights. Here's the fuel tank for the left engine. The fuel levels are here. So it takes fuel for the fuselage first and then the wings. It carries a lot of fuel, it can fly much further than the Comanche. And here to the right engine, the flaps. Here's the landing gear, the hydraulic system, and also temperature stuff. That works so far. Circuit breakers are still enough for the moment. And yeah, this computer is mostly like the one in the Comanche. Again, this is different. Hydraulic pressure, amps, push, single voltage, gyro, left and right, engine, temps, oil, fuel pressure, fuel flow, RPMs, manifold pressure. Here the usual stuff, the DME, the BOR, the ADF is here, not all the way over there like the Comanche, and the ADF instruments are also here. Looks amazing, it feels amazing to fly so far, but we'll see how we land this thing, shall we? Let's not celebrate too early. So our final turn will be 295, as you can see. I'll let it do it on its own. I think we need to slow down a tiny bit more. Let's do it just to be safe. The tablet does have everything the Comanche has. Now we have two engines, of course, electric systems, engine maintenance, airframe maintenance. Of course, there is no carburetor now, it's a direct fuel injector, so no worries about carb heat and carb ice. And other than that, it looks pretty much like what the Comanche used to do. The tablet is very functional, works very well. And okay, speed is fine, 170 knots. We're ready to drop the flaps when needed. And here's the Caspian. You can see the Caspian over here to our left. Aktau, the city, more or less over here. Caspian, of course, the largest lake in the world, which is really landlocked sea. enjoy visiting it. We've seen it through several angles, and now we're going to fly to the northeast Caspian, as you can see in the map. Here's Azerbaijan, then we've been here, then we've been to the south and to the north in Russia, and now we're going to see the northeast. Anyway, once we get our final turn done, I'll start wrapping up for landing, shall we? Let's start it. It doesn't mention the landing lights here, but I believe it's something we want to have on. And yeah. It's going to make the final turn for us. But I can already program 295. Just to make sure we are in the right direction. There's a runway. We're about to find out. Anyway, let's do it. I'll wait a little bit before turning off the autopilot, but we can turn on the nose pumps. Here. And here. Mixture full rich. Selectors both on, which they are. Flaps 90%. You have to wait and see the indicator over here, which is going to slow us down. Yeah, there's some sort of runway over there. Gear down. Below 157, what we have, so let's do it. And now we'll turn off autopilot. It doesn't say anything, it doesn't blink or whatever, it just turns off. So now we're in control. Let's start descending. Lowering power. We want to be at around 100 knots per touchdown. That's what we're going to try to do. No guidance. Rocks need to be at full as well. Course. 5 miles. Let's get full flaps. It's a bit too early, I think. Let's slow us down. Let's up a little bit. Okay. The airport is almost at sea level, so we still have a couple of miles to go. feel very responsive and precise. Yep, we have gear. To go. This view should be enough. Let's feel that the airport's a bit descended too fast, so we need to hold off a little bit. Small mistake. Didn't pay too much attention to the descent. Great. Okay. Now flaps fully down. Great. Holding it steady. Does look like we have a headwind, which is nice. That's runway 30. Navigraph, it's too nice. And touching down. Here we are. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. Almost like I know what I'm doing. Flaps up. Taxiway to the left. There it is. Oh wow. We landed it. Well, here we are in Kazakhstan. Break. There's RPM. Let's see the after landing. Drop full forward, flaps up. Boost off. Let's go back to neutral. Trim tabs. Neutral. Okay, anyway, here we are. Aktau, Kazakhstan. In a new plane, which should be our companion for the next flights. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.